Hello and welcome to Fair Cricket on Fair Sports. For today's review, the IPL is well under its way. In fact, we've had 5 matches already in the opening 3 days. The good news is for South African fans, we were actually able to watch it thanks to a late agreement from SuperSport when they did manage to get the rights, and it is available to watch for South Africans on SuperSport. But very interesting weekend of cricket and a couple of very big South African performances as well for the South African fans, and interesting to sort of see exactly how this tournament, which is such a long tournament, sort of really sort of plays out. So many more teams these days than it was, sort of 10 years ago. Far more matches, and also the good news is all the South African Protea players are probably currently in the air, if not sort of landing and getting into their teams at the moment. We saw photos of Nokia, Ngidi, Aiden Markram, Sasanda Magala, all these sort of players on planes heading back up to India for the IPL. Before we look at the various matches and some of the big results, please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. It all started on Friday when the Chennai Super Kings took on the Gujarat Titans and current champions at the moment, winning that game by 5 wickets. And Chennai scoring 178 for 7 in their last 20 overs, which was going to be competitive total, but probably about 15 runs maybe short. And Titans getting there quite comfortably. And if we look at some of the performances there for the Chennai Super Kings in the first innings, Devin Conway not really coming good, but thanks to Rituraj Kagwad with a 92 of 50, what a knock that was. And that was sort of the baseline knock. A couple of contributions to the likes of Moeen Ali and Shivam Dube, but not too much else to speak of. The pick of the bowlers from a Titan perspective, Alzari Joseph picking up 2, Rashid Khan picking up 2, going for 6.5. Was probably the spell of the day. Mohammad Shami as well contributing. And then if you look at the chase there, Shubha Gill, what a player. What an absolutely terrific player. 63 of 36, a strike rate of 175. Handy contributions for the likes of Vijay Sankar and Riddman Saha as well. It all came down to that Shubman Gill knock and then some nice knocks. And Rashid Khan coming in towards the end, just blitzing a quick 10 or 3 to just help them get over the lines. Useful to have that sort of power hitting in that order. Look at the bowlers there. Not too much to speak of. Hangar getting 3 wickets, being a bit expensive there. All the bowlers were a bit expensive there. I was only really sure the Deja who sort of managed to type an end really, as well as Deepak Chahar. It was for the first game. We then sort of in the second game we saw the Punjab Kings getting a win over the Kolkata Knight Riders, scoring an impressive 191 for 5, and then a juice match restricting them down to 146, winning by 7 runs there. Some of the contributions there. Again, it's interesting to see. We haven't seen too many of sort of the international players across that first game sort of really standing up here. Once again, local sort of proving the better players. Shikadawan leading from the front, 40 of 29 there. An impressive 50 there from Rajapaksa. Sikandar Raza in his first game in the IPL, making a few runs there as well. If we look at the bowlers there, Tim Southey was quite expensive. Majala bowled nicely, however, as did Varun Chakravarti. And then if you look at the Kolkata Knight Riders innings, just nothing really. It's a lot of starts, isn't it? A lot of starts, not too many big contributions there. But also, again, once again, for me, really cool to see Sikandar Raza there. 3 overs, 1 wicket for 25. Economy of 8.3. Very cool to see him play. See a South African player in there and getting opportunities to play in the IPL. Other good bowling performance there. Arshdeep Singh was tremendous. 3 overs, 3 for 19. Economy of just 6.13. 10 dot balls is probably the most impressive sort of stat out of that game. Man of the match there was Arshdeep Singh with that tremendous spell. In the third game, this was still on, I think it was on Saturday. The Lucknow Super Giants hammering the Delhi Capitals by 50 runs, scoring 193 and limiting them to 143. Mark Wood with a 5 for the first sort of real big match for me when we saw the international talent really sort of stand up. Carl Mayers with a brilliant 73 of 38. He can be so destructive. Very useful contribution as well from Nicholas Puran. So those West Indies players straight out of that series against South Africa, going over there and providing a lot. If you look at the bowling performances here, not too many sort of great ones to speak of, but decent spell there from Khalil Ahmed, going for 7.5, winking at 2 wickets. But it's handy contribution from David Warner, captaining the side, 56 of 48, quite pedestrian by his standards, and maybe that was probably the issue, is that needed to come at a strike of about 150 really, if they were going to have any chance of chasing it down. Riley was so with a handy 30 of 20, needs probably go bigger there, and just not too many other contributions. But this for me, this performance of the IPL so far from Mark Wood, 4 overs, 5 for 14, economy of 3.5. I mean, that's one of the 17 dot balls. That's one of the all-time best IPL performances, let alone just the season, probably of all time. To take 5 wickets at an economy of 3.5, 17 dot balls is pretty tremendous. And just, that's Mark Wood at his very best. He's just sending down absolute rockets and proving far too difficult. We then had the Rajasthan Royals taking the Sunrisers Hyderabad yesterday in the early match. Josh Butler announcing himself in Josh Butler fashion. He was very well supported by the likes of Yashvi Jaswal with 54-37. Josh Butler 54-22, a strike rate of 245, as well as another 50 coming in the side from Sanju Samson, 55-32. Shimon Hetmeyer contributing a quick 22 of 16, posting a massive 203 for 5, the first team to go past that 200 mark. And then a very good bowling performance, keeping Sunrisers Hyderabad down to 72 runs. If we look at the bowling performance there, it's very, Yuvendra Chahal almost sort of matching that Mark Wood performance. 4 overs, 4 for 17, economy of 4.25. But Jason Holder bowling well. KM Asif bowling well. In fact, everybody bowling well. Apart from Nadvi Sani, who got sent a little bit for 17 over. Everybody else there, an economy of below 7 is very impressive. I think Royals could be one to look out for, especially after that sort of start. And then yesterday, the South African fans would have absolutely loved watching it. FAF Du Plessis at his very, very best. Mumbai Indians batting first. No Deval Brevis, no Tristan Stubbs, which will upset a couple of South African fans. They will get the opportunity, I'm sure, throughout the game, or the tournament rather, but it wasn't to be yesterday. If we look at how Mumbai went, Rohit Sharma, no runs at the top there. Nothing from Ishan Kishan as well. Or Cameron Green, who was being batted 3. So if it wasn't for Tilak Varma, who came with a brilliant 84-46, there wouldn't have been many rounds to speak of at all. Looking at the bowling performance, quite a wild sort of round bowling performance altogether in terms of lots of contributions from various players. Kan Sharma with a 2-wicket haul there, a pretty economic for Mohammad Siraj at the beginning there as well. But Virat Kohli and FAF Du Plessis were at their destructive best. FAF Du Plessis named man of the match. He really took sort of the attack to the Mumbai Indians, and 73 of 43, a strike rate of 169, 5 4, 6 sixes, brilliant there. And then Virat Kohli batting, those two together, when they're batting well, I think they could just take part any lineup. Kohli ending up with a not out 82 of 49. Dave Maxwell coming in with a quick 5-12 of 3. Not a great day for the bowlers. So not too much to speak of from a Mumbai Indians perspective. Maybe the only positive there being Push Chawla's spell of 4 overs, 9 for 26, economy of 6.5. Cameron Green, a bit of a nightmare game for him, and a couple of people sort of questioning, whether he's sort of really worthy of the hype. So what a weekend of IPL action. And the thing with the IPL, it just doesn't stop, does it? Today, you've got Chennai Super Kings taking on the Lucknow Super Giants. It's just every day, it's just relentless. It is such a relentless tournament in terms of matches. It's basically one match every day during the week, and then double headers on the weekend. So yeah, it's just back to back action all the time, which is what makes it such an exciting tournament. Let me know what you thought about the first couple of days and the first 5 matches down in the comments below. Please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steven. I'll chat to you soon.